Hello students, today I am going to talk about the landmark judgment where the apex court has intervened in the matter of appointment of election commissioners. So the very first question which should come in your mind, that what is the reason for the intervention by the Supreme Court? The second question is this intervention enough to ensure the independence of Election Commission of India? So the second question is it enough? The third question is, if it is enough, then it's fine. But if not enough, then what more is required? What more is required? So we will answer these three important questions with respect to the intervention by the Supreme Court. So to understand the entire appointment process, if you will recall Article 324 Clause 2, then it says that the President will appoint the Chief Election Commission and the election commissioners. So basically, President is appointing as per the advice of Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. Headed by Prime Minister. This is the thing that you know. But the question arises that the Supreme Court has intervened and has directed that now there will be a collegium system. That collegium system will consist of Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition, and Chief Justice of India. So now the process of collegium will work in the matter of appointment of election commissioners. But the question is that why the Supreme Court has intervened. To answer this particular question, we will have to see the observation of Justice Kurian Joseph and Justice Madan Lokurs, who is the retired, you can say who is the retired justice. So we will have to see these two important observations. So Justice Kurian Joseph has said that we have election commission condition of service of election commissioners and transaction of business rules 1991. This particular rule says that the tenure of election commissioner will be of 65 years of age or 6 years of tenure, whichever is earlier. So he has observed that the tenure of election commissioner had been chopped down from 8 years in 1950 to less than 1 year today. Why this is happening? This is happening because there is an immense say of the executive in the matter of appointment. So the government is appointing anybody at the age of 64, then obviously the tenure will not be of more than 1 year. It has also been observed that the bureaucrats are being parked in as the election commissioner. So the serving bureaucrats who have served as per the idea of the current political party will obviously get a term in the election commissioner. So this is raising question on the independence of constitutional body, that is the Election Commission of India. The second observation he has made is with respect to Article 324 Clause 5. So Article 324 Clause 5 talks about the removal of CEC. So we all know that the CEC can be removed in the manner as the judge of the Supreme Court. So he is telling, and he is telling right, that this particular idea of impeachment is of no use because the tenure is in itself less than of 1 year. So yet 2023, there has not been any process of impeachment of the Chief Election Commissioner. So his idea is that Article 324 Clause 5 is also of no use because indirectly you have chopped down the tenure of election commissioner. This is the observation of Justice Kurian Joseph. Now the second thing I will say to understand is about the report of retired Justice Madan Lokurs. And retired Justice Madan Lokurs has taken a help of the Supreme Court judgment in Mohinder Singh Gill versus CEC. Because in this particular case, the Supreme Court has said that Election Commission of India has an immense power under Article 324. The problem is they are not using their power because they are considering themselves as appointees of government and they are busy in making the government happy rather than working as per the mandate of the Election Commission of India. This is the observation and this you can use while writing your answer so that you can substantiate your points. So basically this is the reason for the intervention. Now the second thing is what will happen or what are the benefits of the intervention. The very first benefit is it will ensure free and fair election. So everybody knows that the mandate of Election Commission of India and you can say the duty of Election Commission of India is to ensure free and fair election. But to say this only is not enough. We will have to act accordingly so that the people will have the trust on this organization that yes, they are conducting the election in free and fair manner. Therefore, this particular judgment holds its importance because it is going to ensure the idea of substantive democracy also. Because we all know that India has a procedural democracy, but there is an allegation that India lacks the idea and the essence of substantive democracy. Substantive democracy means that your actions and your duty are interlinked. Now the second is will of the people will prevail. How? Because in the Collegium system, there is leader of opposition along with the PM and CJI. So now, obviously, the party who is in opposition, there are citizens who have voted to them also, and there are citizens who have voted to the ruling party also. So, once the LOP is included, then the will of those people who have voted to the opposition will also prevail. The third is the credibility. We all know that the credibility matters. Obviously, the trust or the people's trust in their organization is a foundation for any democratic nation. And therefore, the credibility will be ensured through this particular judgment. Now, the next question is with respect to the allegation on this judgment, or you can say that not all person can be happy with this particular judgment. So Solicitor General has remarked that the job of or the duty of the Supreme Court is to interpret the law. Interpret the law, not to make the law. Not to make the law. And therefore, I will give the answer to this particular allegation on this legal pronouncement by the Supreme Court from the constitutional perspective. That if one will read Article 32 with Article 142 of the Indian Constitution, then it says that in order to do a complete justice, Supreme Court can declare the law. Obviously, the Supreme Court cannot make the law, but can declare the law. And in this case also, the apex court has said whatever we have pronounced with respect to the appointment, that is collegium system, it will prevail until the parliament makes the law. So parliament has enough room to make the law. So I think that the judiciary has not intervened into the domain of an executive by giving them an ample space to make the law. It's very simple. So we have answered the two very important questions, that the reasons for the intervention and if the intervention is enough or not. Yes, it is enough in the matter of upholding the credibility and the institutional integrity of the Election Commission of India, but I think that there are few another steps which must be taken to ensure the independence of Election Commission of India. The very first thing is the expenses of the Election Commission of India should be charged on Consolidated Fund of India. And the second is Election Commission of India should have an independent secretariat of its own. So along with this collegium system, these two things are required to be done so that to ensure the complete independence of Election Commission of India. So that's all about the apex court intervention with respect to the appointment of election commissioner. Thank you.